Okay, well, a couple of days ago we spoke to the first half of our team leader team, or the first half of our dynamic duo, as we like to call them.
The junior team leader.
The junior team leader, sorry Dave. We've got the senior team leader here, Dave O'Donnell, on day 3. And Dave, day 3, you know, with all the competitions I've been involved in, I suppose, which isn't that many, but I keep getting told that day 3 is the really tough day. How are we going today? How's the mood overnight and this morning?
Yeah, well, we had a few setbacks during the second day, and we had a few, if you like, hurdles that our team members hit. I think the response to that, which is all important, the response to that's been very good. The ones that were sort of a bit shattered have been able to, you know, regather themselves. Ones that had perhaps made what they thought were larger blues, in hindsight maybe they aren't so bad. Today there we often talk about the day 3 stares, where people perhaps are starting to succumb to a combination of pressure and fatigue. The ability to maintain their time management, to maintain their focus over the 4 days is quite arduous, and our team has come, I think, quite well prepared. They're fit, they're mentally quite tough, they hang together well as a group, their diet's been good, they're rested, and in fact there hasn't been much evidence of that. So from a team perspective, been very good. We've had a couple of little tangles where there's been perhaps judges looking to change the conditions or rules as part of the argy-bargy that you get in international competitions. Again,
bit of gamesmanship, I suppose,
is it? That goes on, and you've got to expect that to some extent. It's perhaps a less savoury part of any international competition, but you're silly if you don't anticipate that it's going to be there, and you've got to adapt to it. Now, guys, again, I think are very good at adapting, adjusting to the new circumstances, and they're going on quite determined to punch it out all the way to the wire on day 3.
And I guess it's not only the competitors in those situations, it's the strength of our experts, isn't it, in those situations, to be able to recognise that there's something not quite right and to stand up for our competitors.
Absolutely. I mean, we want our experts or judges to be fair, to be rigorous, but also sometimes they've got to act as advocates. They've got to make sure that pushes from maybe other countries to change some things don't disadvantage our own competitor. So I think there's a balance there, and we would consider ourselves quite a fair and open country in the way we do business, and I'd like to think overall that's the thrust of the competition, but nonetheless that's part of the cut and thrust that you get at any sort of significant international event.
That's right, and I guess it's quite important to note too, I guess any competition you really highlight the competitors, but the team behind the competitors, the experts, I mean, they are a very important part of the team, and we've got some great experience there. And I guess you do benchmark our competitors against the rest of the world, but it's also a good benchmark for our experts around the world, and the teachers, the TAFEs that they come from, that sort of thing. So, yeah, and Australians are right up there.
Well, absolutely. I mean, we're overrepresented at that expert, chief expert or deputy chief expert level. I think our Australian folks are very professional in the way they do things. They're very well organised, and also I think they relate well to other cultures and other groups.
And I've had the junior team leader here come in as well and join us. But
that number
I think we've been given the wind up there on that one. It's time for you to get back to your job, and I'm sure that the end of the day will be a nice time for us all to really cheer the rest of the team back in.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.